Hello.
It's Modelo time.
It's like your mic is blocking the Modelo on your shirt.
Fuck. It's Modelo time. Fuck, that's the wrong arm. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
I forgot to swap the cables.
It's all good, man.
And like it looks, it's black, blicker, flinking.
That
I'm
would
like, no.
suck. No, the fucking random shirts showed up, and I was like, man, I actually made sure I grabbed a shirt I like today.
Have we recorded with me without the beard yet?
No.
Oh yeah,
But it's grown back.
Yeah, it's
back pretty decently. We haven't recorded with me with this yet.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shaved. I mean, most people know at this point, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I just trimmed it up. Wasn't happy.
Yeah. And
Yeah, just buzzed it.
why did I?
It's
open
good.
that?
Everything's. Yeah, I don't know.
I brought that up here because I was like, oh, we're only having one drink, and then I saw that you brought those out, and I was like, oh,
We're not.
never mind. I'll forget about that, and
And then you naturally crack.
yeah.
That's fair. Cracking a cold one's natural. Except it's probably lukewarm because now it's actually warm out of nowhere.
Yeah. Today was fucking beautiful, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was really beautiful, but the problem was driving home, it was so fucking windy, I couldn't, like, keep it open without just, like, I almost lost my hat I was wearing while I was driving. Because I just didn't, for whatever reason, just didn't take off my work hat I was wearing.
Yeah.
And then I just started feeling like, oh, I might lose this thing.
I've been rocking the beanie so I can like hide the headphone.
Yeah.
And my coworkers know. Everybody fucking knows.
Yeah.
Like, but they're like, "What are you gonna do when it's warm?" I'm like, "I've been growing my hair out again." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah. As soon as my hair's grown out, I'm just gonna fucking boom, it's hitting."
Yep. It's so funny. I was like, that's one of those things, like, all the ladies at work are lucky because they just throw their hair down, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, well.
No, people were asking me about it. They're like, "Why? Why do you do it?" I'm like, "Well, I kind of like it, and like, might as well do it while I got it." And then I was also like, "Also this," and they're like, "You have a fucking headphone in?" I'm like, "Dude, I always do."
I was laughing because when I shaved my beard at my work, Caesar and Byron were like, hold on, like, what the fuck? And Caesar was like, so Caesar's probably late 60s. I had him mid to late 60s, maybe early 60s. He was like, now, Brandon, I know you're not a racist. He's like, why'd you shave all your hair off? And I was like, well, I told him. I was like, kind of, I was trimming it up because it's getting hot out anyways, and I just wasn't happy with it. So I said, fuck it, and buzz it earlier than I planned anyways. And he was like, and then Byron's like, he's like, yeah, but why'd you cut all your hair off? And I was like, I realized these guys didn't know I was bald.
Yeah.
Like, I wear a hat, but like, I take it off. There's times I take it off.
It was more noticeable.
Yes.
Like when you took off the beard, because you told me that, and I was like, huh, I forgot you were bald.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, when you have some form of hair on
Yeah.
your head, people don't realize you're bald. And then all of a sudden, I'm bald. Byron was like, you look like a cop. And
dude, that's why I won't really do it very often anymore. Because I did it all the time when I was in the Army, because my buddy's mom had cancer, so we shaved our heads. We didn't have much more to shave, but we still did it. And then I was like, I kind of like how this looks. And then one day I was taking trash out of my room, and I threw my boots on. I had my gym shorts, my white tank top, threw my fucking Army boots on, shaved hair, shaved head.
oh, yeah, all of a sudden, boom.
Fucking tattoos. My
Yeah.
friend was like, hey, I know you're not, because I met your dad, but...
Your dad not? Yeah, no, that's so funny, because, yeah, he was 100%. They were just like, what the hell? I was like, they were like, we know. And he's Facebook friends with me now, so it was definitely, well, Caesar added me. So that was one of those, he's like, well, I see your Facebook, so I know you're not, but what the fuck? Because none of them had ever seen me bald yet. I haven't been. I've been there for months now, but that's not long when these guys have been together for years.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I'm just laughing to myself because they're like, they all laughed and freaked out. And
it's also, like I said, it was more noticeable.
yeah.
Like, when you pointed it out, I was like, oh, yeah, you are bald.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why it was.
That's fair. Yeah, no, it's definitely noticeable, but it's a little easier now because I have a shadow now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it close to the face now, at least till it gets winter. Then I'm gonna grow it again.
I wish I could, but I have like, it's not patchy. It just doesn't grow.
Yeah.
Right there. So it literally looks like I like shaved a fucking half star into it, and I'm like, it didn't. It's just, you know, I crashed my bike as a child.
Yeah,
And my hair don't grow.
So that's a version of a Manhattan with the Sinar. That's that other that. Yeah, it tastes a little better on the second taste.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. It tasted like prune juice.
That's fair.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that because I'm used to like the sweet, not the bitter.
I really should just. I don't know. I continuously neglect to tell you what I'm serving you.
It's fun sometimes.
I'm always like, I'm sitting here and I pour the stuff, but I don't remember that you don't know any of the ingredients I'm putting in it.
It's fun sometimes. The only time it sucks,
The poblano
is
the peppers
when it's spicy.
Yeah,
because I like spicy, but I don't really like spicy drink.
yeah,
I'll get used to it.
yeah.
But, like, you got to tell me what it is, otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm like, gross.
Yeah. No, and I realized that. I was like, yeah, this is an alternate. So that is like it's got Sinar, which is the artichoke
That's what
liqueur.
That's what it is.
It's, and I don't even know if it's like, I think there's artichokes in it, but I don't know what the fuck. I should really look into it because I'm interested. But it is an artichoke thing, but it's used in. This is just the recipe off of the back of their bottle for the Sinar Manhattan. So I was just like, fuck it, it's worth a shot trying. Oh no,
Did it freeze?
it did.
No, my hand's moving.
I don't. OBS didn't.
Oh, OBS did.
Cubase.
QBS did.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I might just say fuck it and record off of OBS because it's still going.
Was the audio fine last time we did that? You gotta remember, we haven't said it on the podcast, but I am leaving for 3 weeks. I might be back before this, before we need to. We can keep it going and just, like, pop the audio in.
Yeah. That's for
Just in case.
yeah. Yeah, no, that was.
Cubase crapped out on us.
I think the audio for OBS should still work relatively good, and I
so.
can fill it in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to Missouri. Oh,
Yeah.
and then
Oh yeah, we gotta try that.
let's sip this real quick. This is the Woodford Reserve Double Double.
Double boil in trouble.
Yeah. It's yeah.
It's good. Sorry, I was looking at the glass because I was like, "There's a hair in this."
Oh,
There's no hair in it. It's the fucking reflection of the cables hitting that. But the way
it's not mine.
No, the way it is it looks like the hair is like floating in this, like.
Oh yeah, I see
Yeah,
what you mean.
right?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So yeah, no, this is that.
And they looked like pubes too. I was like, Brandon doesn't have hair. Those look like pubes. Brandon,
What happened?
what happened?
Surprise. Yeah, no. So yeah, this is that Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. It's that one that was difficult as hell to find. That Jake found through that guy. And
It's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
It's
finished
really
in a heavy toasted new oak.
Yep.
Extra aged, 700 milliliters, 90.4 proof.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't read that part.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
So I was just like, hell yeah. This was the one I was going to end trying all the whiskeys I got there with.
I should see if I can find anything down in Missouri.
Yes, you should.
I'm for sure bringing back some barbecue.
Yeah.
And some sauces. I told my D&D group, and everyone was sad. And then the one person I really enjoy playing with, especially my character loves them.
Yeah.
He's like, bring back sauce. I'm like, bet, man. I already was.
Yeah. No, I'll have to ask Jake. I'm like, hey, so like, what should he look out for out there?
Yeah.
And we can just like, if you happen to see it.
It really depends on where I'm going to be at, because I know there's a lot of dry counties, but
yeah,
I have a rental.
Yeah.
I don't pay for gas.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I was doing a hobby. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to go see my grandpa, and then I might, drive the other way and go to Kentucky for a little bit.
oh, god damn it.
What'd you do?
Cable. It's not being dumb and not coming in here and swapping it out. But
well, you got 3 weeks to do it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I got to reset up over there.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, no, I don't. I just do this again.
Yeah, I was going to say we might have to do 1 or 2 episodes long distance, like just to keep ahead.
Yeah.
Plus, it,
be different.
Yeah.
It's fun to do that way.
It's dope to catch up still, too. So,
yeah, 100%.
I know those episodes probably aren't the best, but
I mean, that'll be it is. Like, you will have been there for a while, so you'll have a decent amount of shit to talk about.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, I showed you the last time we hung out. What was that for?
When we just hung out?
Starch March?
Yeah.
Yeah. The fucking shorts are blowing up again. Well, blowing up. And it's like the ones that were doing really well, ironically, was the one of me talking about being in a hotel for too long and watching Pornhub.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, guess what he's going to be doing?
Hell yeah. I got a hot spot now, baby.
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it.
I'm going to be taking a bubble bath.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I could do a bath in a hotel.
It's hard.
I just imagine
it depends on the hotel too. Like there's certain hotels where I'm like, gross.
Yeah.
But I get put in when I get a hotel for work. I get put in the suites. So it's like it's more of an apartment, and these are usually people that are there for long stay. So
True.
like they're usually more well taken care of.
That's fair.
Usually.
You're not wrong.
Plus, I also like deep clean the entire hotel when I get there.
If I was going to do that, I would be like, all right, cool. I'm bringing some Ajax in here and fucking scrubbing the whole tub down before.
Yeah.
I take a bath. I'm like, I can deal with a shower or whatever, but not.
Yeah. The only thing that annoys me sometimes is they have like a new drain.
Yeah.
Like I like the ones that are just you flick it and it closes the drain inside, but they have a new one where it's like kind of like this, honestly, where it sits in like the old school ones that you push down, but instead of pushing down, you have to like twist it and push. I don't like those.
Yeah. It's. I'm gonna say like the last hotel we stayed in was in Europe, so that's totally different.
Yeah,
it was in Copenhagen, so it was like there was no surrounding in the shower. There was just the one pane of glass that kind of extended out.
Yeah,
and
then there's like the open. Yeah, I don't.
It's
like
open
that.
concept bathroom.
Yeah, I hate that because water fucking gets everywhere.
Yeah, that was the annoying part. Was like it went everywhere. And I'm like, fuck, like, that's annoying. I don't want to slip and eat shit in a fucking hotel room.
I had one hotel room that had a really nice shower for reasons. It was set up like a sauna.
Yeah.
It had like the glass door that you could open. It had fucking benches everywhere and like a waterfall.
Man.
Oh, wonderful.
That's fucking
I should call
sick.
her.
Hey,
I shouldn't.
You should not.
That was a dope shower, man. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to. Was I around or no?
You weren't. You were around, but you weren't there.
Well, yes. I was not there. I just meant, like, do I know the person?
They've stayed in one of your houses.
Okay. That kind of narrows it down. It doesn't narrow it. I mean, it does.
It narrows it down a decent amount.
Gotcha. Yeah. We'll do it.
We're going to forget. No, but that... I was like... No. Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, I had to find that out. I was trying to bug me.
But no, I wanted to tell the story about the shower. Be like, yeah, there was this dope shower. But then I was like, there's reasons to shower, like why I know so much about it.
Hey!
Yeah, it was a really cool shower though, man. Like, I literally, like, at one point, you could, like, turn the shower head slightly. And it, like, I mean, it was like a fucking... It shot out like a waterfall, basically.
That's cool.
But you could, like, lay down on the bench on the side and turn the shower and just...
Waterboard!
Yeah.
That's so... You're surprised. You were like, I was getting my waterboard kink in.
Didn't know I was into that.
Yeah. He starts drowning back. Whoa! Let's do that again.
They try to fucking interrogate me somewhere. It's just like,
they're like, why the fuck is he hard? And you guys, why'd you stop?
why is he into this?
That would be the worst. That would be so funny if they just like. Do you think like people with pain kinks?
I was gonna say they're like, we gotta stop this. Get the clamps out. Hell yeah.
Now it's a party. No, that's like that'd be. People with pain kinks would be the best people that have to keep secrets because if you tried to torture them, they'd just be like, and then
I feel like that'd be a
right.
I don't want to say like training you should do, but like,
yeah.
I think if I'm ever getting interrogated or tortured, I'm just gonna get hard.
Do your best. Yeah,
I'm sure. I've gotten into things I've never wanted to. I'm sure I could do it.
Yeah, I mean it's like I don't like. That's so funny to think of. I'm just laughing thinking about some like guy just like they're like this dude is he knows all all these bad things or whatever, and they're like get out the pliers, and he's just like yay, like fuck. And they're like, get out the Justin Bieber. And he's like, I am okay.
It's like, we went to start torturing him. And he immediately said, I don't have a safety word, just so you know. What does that mean?
They got out the clamps. He's like, you're going to need bigger, big boy.
That's a good quote, though. If I'm ever getting tortured, I'm just going to get hard, man. Like...
Yeah. Swap the power dynamic.
Honestly, yeah.
If they start getting things out, ask them to put it in your ass. Let's see what I mean.
Let's see where this goes.
But you can't throw it out there if you're not prepared to take it.
You gotta be prepared.
You gotta be prepared. Mama ain't raised no quitter.
That's the same bit I had of like, if somebody tries to fight me, I'm just gonna get naked. Because then it's just weird for them, like, you know.
Start air thrusting at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, now I kind of want to get tortured.
That's
the camera was on me still. That's a great clip.
I mean, look, like, there has to be something to that. Where, like, I'm sure there was a mob guy out there that was like, all right, we are going to find the dude that is totally into this, and he's the guy we tell our secrets to.
Maybe.
I
can see it.
Oh, wind.
Oh.
Dude, it's nice out, but that wind is crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty okay coming back from lunch. It was funny, though. I pulled into the parking lot, and then a notification went off.
Yeah.
On my phone. It was like, hey, did the meeting start? And I'm like, oh, fuck.
I mean, they were sending you places, right?
Yeah,
so you can only do what you can.
I had to get my computer fixed before I leave.
That makes sense.
Really had to get it fixed because my boss is going with me, and his computer is having the same issue but different. We can't. They're putting out it's not a VPN. It's like an SQVN or some shit. It's similar but a little more intense. Instead of, it doesn't just check your permissions when you log in, it like constantly checks.
Yeah.
So like it's way more in depth, but it's better because you don't have to constantly log in and verify and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They never installed it for me or for him.
Oh, so it's just shutting you out.
They were supposed to roll it out, and then they were like, yeah, and then we're going to cancel the old one on the 31st. And then 31st happened, and me and him were like, hey, we can't do anything on our computers.
Yep.
So they fixed mine. Mine was weird. It said that my computer was registered to an already existing organization. It did not say what organization. It did not say if it was where I worked. So they had to go in and like manually delete the registry and like redo all of that. And then for my boss, they were like, we don't know what's going on with yours. I'm like, cool. So I had to get mine fixed. That way when we go to Missouri, like we have a working computer.
They pull your boss aside and they're like, look, we said we didn't know what was going on, but we found the midget porn. And
can you send that to us? That's right. We're creepy and weird too.
Where did you find this? Where did you find this?
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
How did you find the specific video of a midget jumping off of a table onto a penis in a rodeo outfit?
Oh.
He's like, well. Oh, boy.
God.
Yeah.
That's the kind of voice acting I want to do is just redub shit with, like, stuff like that, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, you definitely can. Like,
I'm hyped too, and then I gotta see the dates for Motor City Comic Con, but I might go to that and do the fun little voice acting thing.
You should. It'd be fun.
There's always that, like, you know, that American Idol dream where I'm gonna go in there, gonna be like, all right, here's your line, and I'm gonna kill it, and then fucking Alex Lee is gonna be like, you should be in Solo Leveling Season 3, and I'll be like, oh my god.
You should do that. And she's just going, oh, and that's perfect.
I want it to be like a villain.
Yeah.
Like truly, if I could get a voice acting role as like a bad guy.
I thought like if I'm ever going to do acting, like I don't know, I feel like I would want to play a bad guy. So I feel like I'd be too. I don't know. I feel like I'm not good enough at acting to probably be a good guy.
I think with acting, like I'd say it's a little bit different. With voice acting, like the villains are usually more calm and like collected and slower. So to me, it's a little easier to do. Whereas the good guy is like there's a lot of yelling and like you gotta get like
amped.
Yeah, and like I don't think I'm at the point where I could be comfortable in front of a mic, like aside from right here, you know, like recording for hours and hours and being like, "You hurt my friend," you know, like
You should do 3 totally different voices though when you do it.
'cause there's 3
one's got to be
lines.
one's got to be
Yeah.
Kermit for no reason.
Yeah,
Just
for the hell of it.
yeah, the first 2 got to be like really good, like a deep one, some other one that it's on your higher range, and then just throw a Kermit in there to make them laugh and make them remember that you're the Kermit guy.
Yeah, and then give him my card.
Yes, and it just says your name on it.
No contact info. Just Andrew Edie, voice guy.
Andrew Edie, I don't have it. And then,
Yeah.
he made an ED joke on his fucking thing, and
Dude, oh my god. Speaking of, sorry, you reminded me because I made this joke at D&D. Have you seen the fucking the gummy worm popsicles?
no.
Bro.
What?
Bro. They sound delicious, but they do not have the right consistency. They're like somewhere in between a popsicle and a gummy worm. And they're colorful. And
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah, they're penis shaped.
tapered and phallic. Somebody fucking, I saw a TikTok and it was just this girl laughing because she like was holding it like this, and then she just goes and it fucking full on dildos.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
dude. So I was telling my D&D friend group party.
Someone out there's getting a
Yeah.
UTI.
Oh yeah. But I was telling them about it. And one of them was like, "Man, you sure know a lot about floppy dicks, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, why do you think my name's ED?" And then everyone was like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah. It finally hit, didn't it?"
That's so good.
But dude, we got to get them.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, it's worth a shot.
they look good.
They
don't look good. They look tasty. They look wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like with that texture, it's got like. What are people saying? Are they saying they're good?
I haven't seen anyone taste it.
Yeah.
It's usually been like a lot of the videos. I saw a few. TikTok got weird after the ban, where there's a lot more conservative shit. There's conspiracy theories where it's like they're pushing the shit on purpose. So like there's a lot of videos of dudes being like, "What the fuck is this gay shit?" Blah, blah, blah. And then there's videos of girls just being like, "Yeah, I've seen this before." They all have OnlyFans, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But no one has actually eaten it. Like,
Yeah.
of any of the videos I've seen. So I don't know I don't know if it tastes good. I don't know what the consistency is.
I mean, it's got to be a thing of people. It must, whatever it looks like, it must. Does it even look appealing?
Yeah. It looks like a big gummy worm, but like a dick.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I feel like the consistency would be like a not a Jello shot, pudding shot. I feel like the consistency would be like that, where it's like a little bit like a Frosty, but frozen. Where it's like a little liquidy, little solidy, sockwoody, Play-Doh.
penis.
It looks good.
Yeah,
but
I
want
to. Okay, I found my phone. I'm gonna look it up because I want to know exactly.
I think they're from
what's it called?
Trolley, whoever makes the gummy worms.
Sorry,
I'll
gummy.
look it up on the.
Yeah,
the
I'll let you
Tiki-Tac
find
for
it. Because I'm like, that's interesting. Oh no, but you were gonna talk about the voice acting thing. Like we were kind of talking a little bit before the podcast before I went now. I was like, me and my buddy Jake from Holland. Oh boy, hold on. Let me look at this.
Sorry, the sound was on, and those were not the sounds of the popsicles.
Oh hey,
I heard it and was like, oh. Look at this shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, she actually ate it.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
They're like full fucking floppy dicks.
Yeah. You know what it is? It looks
They
like
don't look bad though.
There's that other set of gummies. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like they're plastic gummies, but they're not. I don't know, like, because a lot of those gummies have like a translucent style consistency. You know what I mean? Like when you're looking, you can.
Yeah, they're a little opaque.
Yeah, and then there's other gummies that aren't, and they were like the Dino one. They might be like the Flintstone, not the gummies, but like a Flintstone style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember what the names of them were, but they were good, but there was just other. I don't remember they were.
They were more like the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had that like clay texture look to them.
Like more solid. Yeah.
It looks like someone made them in a silicone mold.
Mm.
Like, I mean, I'm sure they all are, but like, yeah.
I've made one of those in a silicone mold before. My dick is out there somewhere. Two of my dicks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for them. I'm sure they threw it out.
That's even more depressing.
I mean, to be on a simple matter of fact of if any other person found it.
I do hope they threw it out.
Yeah.
Cause like I'd be a little hurt if whoever I was dating had some other dude's dick in their drawer. But
yeah, basically,
it is a little sad because it's like my dick is in
someone else's drawer.
It's in a dump somewhere. It's gonna outlive me because it takes a long time for that to degrade.
It's just like,
actually, I feel good about it now.
Yeah, no, what in my perfect world for your replica,
your perfect world for my dick, yeah,
for your dick replica, is that it is somehow landed in a landfill in like New York on like the Hudson Bay, and it's just overlooking New York at the top of a pile, just kind of jutting out.
Could be both of my dicks.
On both sides of the, and they're just looking at each other.
No, I'm talking two of my dicks just chilling. One's a little bit shorter than the other one. Just in New York, baby. 2 towers.
That's so funny.
That's right. It's a 9/11 joke.
Yes.
I hope a bird crashes into them. No, the perfect world would be that somehow my dick got into like the porn industry.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, I'm not.
It just lands in front of someone. They look and they're like,
"It's perfect."
That's the one. Throws it in some cleaner. Just get like, oh. No, that's funny as fuck.
What would be extra wild is if I'm like in the hotel for a long time and I'm just like, hold on. Zoom. Wait a minute.
Someone owes me royalties.
That's my dick.
That would be ridiculous. And then I'd be like, all right, well, I can't watch whatever that video is.
I can't send it.
Like, I don't, yeah, I'm like, I'm going to trust you because I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see it.
Just messaging random people, just like, hey, could you tell me if this is my dick?
Do you agree? Is there something off about this?
I feel like that's my dick.
Oh god. But yeah, what the fuck was that? Oh, I was talking about whiskey and the Jake. I was going to talk about the Jake thing. I was talking with Jake Horn out in Holland, Grand Rapids area, that about we might start a podcast about whiskey because he's the one he's got so many whiskeys. We could probably record a year's worth of material without buying anything new yet.
Yeah, you could honestly knock it out in a few weekends.
Well, that's it. Is like if we the 100% they're going to be shorter episodes because he lives 2.5 hours away from us. Yeah. So if we're recording, we're going to hammer them out in as a that'll be the fun thing too. Is we're going to have to record them in like. I imagine we will have to set aside like, all right, we need actually plan these out by proof.
Yeah.
So we don't flame out right away.
Yeah.
And there's going to be, I don't know, we're going to have some weird, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I was like, we talked about it twice. We talked about it like a couple months ago, and then I really thought about it again. I was like, I think it's doable.
I think it'd do well too. Like, this is fun and for us, but there's like really not like a mainstream type audience.
To be fair, I also haven't even thought about that aspect. I just same thing as you.
I figured it was same vibes as this, but
it's
I'm like,
just go hang out with him.
Do well, because you'd get like the whiskey drinkers that would want to watch and get your opinion on that. Whereas this, who the fuck's gonna want to watch me talk about a replica of my dick?
Is it you?
Is it you?
No, it's gonna. No, I'm just imagining like it'd be funny because there will be like, if for some reason like that actually does, because I think whiskey podcasts are becoming popular too.
I agree. Sorry, there was a dumb joke. It stuck in my head. It's the Sisterhood of the Traveling Edie's Dick. It's just getting passed around more than me.
Yay! That's sad.
But yeah, what I was back to. Whiskey,
yeah,
I think that would do well. And same kind of joke we made earlier, where you were like, I should start telling you because you don't really know it. When I watch back through the episodes, like the first few minutes are a little boring.
Yeah.
It's like, we're trying a whiskey, we're trying a drink, we're trying whatever. And it's good right here.
Yeah.
But for anybody that's watching, it's like, hey, just, hit that skip forward a little bit.
Yeah.
There might be a funny joke in there here and there, but, usually it's us being like, oh, it's pretty good. Or like, it's me being like, you didn't tell me it was spicy.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Again, it's a vibe. We just hang out. Yeah. I'm trying not to be all hyped on that, but yeah, that'll be. I started liking doing this, and I was like, you know what, we could totally do a thing on that. And at his place, he's got. That'd be the thing, is that's the more difficult part, is bringing it all there. At which point I might just be like, hey, bud, if you can, I'll just leave stands at his place. Just buy some stands and leave them at his place. Because I don't want to have to take all this down.
I have one of the other mic stands.
No, you're fine with that.
You don't need one of these?
Well, I do, but I was also like, I guess we could, I don't know, we'll see.
Fuck it, I'm going to fucking Missouri for 3 weeks. I'm getting too much extra money.
Well, I guess that's part of it too, is like, I thought like all I would do is disconnect the cable and just leave it here and then just take the stand with me for the whatever setup and then reset it up. At this point, it's been set up here long enough. There has definitely got to be an indent on this table.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at this point, it's been years.
Yeah.
It's funny to me that and I'm realizing this now, is that this table was Melissa's coffee table in her apartment prior to becoming this, because we don't need it. And so now I'm just like, yeah, this was her table forever. Oh, nails. I forgot they were down here. I organized that garage down there, and I put all of the nails in a drawer. Oh. So all of my nails and screws are like somewhat actually organized. So I actually have a place to put these now, and I'm glad. That's why I grabbed them. It was like, I'm putting them somewhere I can.
I need to organize our garage soon. I bought a bunch of stuff before it started getting cold, so I have like a bunch of like storage shit, but I haven't put it together.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I bought it, and then work got really busy, and then it was winter, and I was like, well, now I'm not busy, but I ain't fucking going outside.
I've been working some overtime.
I haven't.
I'm trying to. Well, they've been offering it now, because it's a lot easier now in material where I'm at, because it's not being on the line and actually go the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's easier to take on the overtime, and so I'm like, once or twice a week, like I did twice this week since I'm not working Saturday.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to consistently work at least 4 to 8 hours of overtime.
Yeah.
Like at least a week?
When I go to Missouri, I think that's what it's gonna be.
That's
like,
fair.
10. I don't see us doing 12-hour days, but I could see some 10, maybe a couple 12-hour days, because this is like travel.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really go home on the weekend, even though I can, because my other home is over there.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But yeah, it'll be nice to hopefully get a little bit of overtime, because the project I'm on right now isn't going to really kick off until July.
That's fair. See, I'm like, at this point, I was like, I want to get a squat rack. That's one of the reasons I like had to organize that garage. Mm-hmm. I was like, I desperately want to be able to make some space so I can get, now that it's actually warm enough in there, I can be like, all right, I'm going to go ask Bill to borrow the truck, pick up a bunch of the 2x4s or whatever lumber I need to build the bench, and maybe stuff to build shelves after that. So I'm just going to build some basic, like, solid post, some solid shelves, just like 3-4 levels, so I can just up to the ceiling, put some shit up there that all the camping gear that we might use once.
Yeah, I want to go this year, but
100%.
I don't know if I'll have time.
That's our thought. Is I do want to do that, and we really should this year at least once, because it's like,
we should try, but I've got a wedding in July. We've got Sleep Token in September, and then I have another wedding in October.
Yeah. I'm just like, I want to really get that done, and then I've been working the overtime also for that, and to get a squat rack, because I'm gonna cancel and just end up canceling my gym membership and just working out from home, because I can't. I like working out. I don't like going to a gym.
It's better.
Yeah.
Like with the hotel and stuff, like it's right there.
Yeah. I just don't like having to wait for other people to do. Like, if I knew I wasn't going to have to, like, weirdly navigate people using the machines and stuff, I would go. It wouldn't be an issue. But every time I know I'm going to have to do this, like, fucking tango of waiting for the high school kid to get off his phone. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to... I've found some, like, surprisingly really, really good deals on Facebook Marketplace. That Melissa will go half in on, obviously, because obviously she's going to use the hell out of it too sometimes. Yeah. So I was like, well, I'm definitely going to do that. I found out a coworker of mine has a buddy that did powerlifting. He welded his own squat rack together, but he's not doing it as much anymore. So I guess he's looking to get rid of it. And he's like, because I want to be able to do pull-ups on it.
Yeah. And
he was like, I mean, shit, like, I can throw a pull-up bar on it for him, but like I just need to see a picture of it.
Yeah,
but
take a look at those welds.
Well, he's an underwater welder, so I trust they're going to be really. It's more so like, what is the shape of it? What is like the actual
the dimensions and shit.
Yeah, is it what I'm looking for? Is it not?
Yeah,
I'm sure it will be, because the guy did powerlifting. It's kind of what I'm not looking to do, but looking to do. And if he welded it himself, and he's also looking to get rid of it for free. He just wants to get rid of it. So I just got to basically get out there. And my coworker was like, I have a trailer, if you can't fit it in the truck, that you can just borrow for it. And I was like, whoa. I mean, fuck. Yeah.
That might be a sign to get it,
Yeah. As long as it doesn't, look like ass for some reason.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope. I really, really want a home gym, but we don't have space.
The second I re-cleared up that corner where that bench was, I immediately did 3 sets of chest flies, chest press with dumbbells. I was just like, okay. And I'm
space,
Well, every time I was going out to smoke, I'd also try and at least either curl or do something, because I was just like, I just want to get back to doing something again. So doing it in little baby spurts like that helps a lot. So
that was kind of the same thing with the hotel gym. The only thing that was like a little awkward, and it might happen in Missouri too, is I would get off at 2:30.
Yeah.
So I would get to the gym around 3:15. I'd start my workout, and I would do like 30 minutes to an hour of like the incline on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And then I would go lift, and the fucking bench is right there by the door. All of my coworkers are getting off at 4:30 and walking by.
Yeah.
And like the only spot to get clean water is the fucking water in the gym.
That's funny.
So like they'd fucking come in there, and I'm
Working out. Dude, and at that point you're like, well, like, does my weight look like it's heavy enough?
Yeah, dude, I'd be like, oh, it's 4:15. I'm gonna
throw another plate.
I'm gonna do the 50s instead of the 30s. Let's go.
You're like, I need to make sure I work up to my max reps when they walk through the door. I'm like, yeah, I just finished.
You guys getting some water, you pussies?
Dehydration is the way.
It's cut season.
I'm gonna get. No, I was gonna say not sepsis.
You could.
It's the
hernia.
No, when you don't drink water and it starts with an R. Is it like when you don't drink enough water and your body starts eating itself because it's dehydrated, and you get like dark piss.
Renal failure?
No, but maybe. It might have been renal failure. It's renal failure. You're gonna get
ketoacidosis.
I don't know. It's renal failure because it starts with an R.
Your kidneys is going, yeah.
That's what it is. Yes, it's renal failure. You get renal failure because like water's for pussies.
Be a man. Die early.
Push weight and die. That'd be fun.
That'd be a sick shirt.
I bet you it's out there.
I bet you it is. Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of weightlifting shirts now with Melissa in her competitions. There's definitely a lot out there now.
I've seen a shit ton of them. Oh,
that's good.
My favorite was and it's a shirt I wish I had got just because of the jokes I would make all the time. It was just like a cartoon, like you know the dumbbell door. It's like that, like a wizard, like curling, and the shirt says, "Trying to get fit so I can fuck your dad." I'm like, oh my god, that's beautiful.
Oh my god. Yes. Dude, that's good. I love that.
Yeah.
That's
but no, I am pumped to, 3 weeks where we'll probably still record, but it'll be like when I was in Canada where it's like, all right, once we're done, I can literally walk into the gym. Like I don't have to drive anywhere, like,
Yeah, no, it's kind of back to like a regulated, like just hibernate, chill mode.
And then that'll kick me back into gear to where when I get back here, it'll be like, nah, I'm gonna cut back on things because I inadvertently did. So now it's gonna be like, hey, we're not getting back to swamped to where I have 2 things to do or 2 days a week to do anything.
Yeah. No, I've been. We obviously like. We worked the last 2 Saturdays, and I only stayed over like 1 day those weeks. Stayed over twice this week. That way, it's like I kind of work out like I did still have a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because when we stay over, you stay for 4 hours. I mean, you can tell them you're only staying for less, but like
Are you working this Saturday? Do you know?
I am not.
Are you busy?
No, but yes.
Okay.
Like we're just chilling because we haven't had a chill weekend for 3. Oh, and also Sunday we're going to the Used.
Yeah, valid.
So, wow, what's up?
I feel bad now because you're like, yeah, I did this so I could have a Saturday. And like, I feel like you were getting to the point where you're like, so I could be lazy. And now I'm like, hey, what are you doing that day? Nick is going to cosplay. He's going to a convention. He's gonna enter a cosplay contest. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to that, and I was like, oh, it's just gonna be me and Nick. And I was like, oh, Brandon would have a blast too. Like Brandon should come. And then I'm like, no, you're literally getting to a point where you're like, I just want to be lazy. So,
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Is I'm like, I'm tired because
I realized it as I was asking, and I was like, shut the fuck up, man.
no, because that does sound fun. I'm just I'm in. This is the year I'm trying to work.
Yeah,
like, yeah, you last year. I'm like, all right, it's easier for me to do it. I can hammer it out. Let's start doing it while I can. They're asking me a lot more now because I actually am working sometimes. Especially like if Melissa works from home, I don't have to run home to like let Penny out.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, I pretty much guarantee if you ask me, I'm going to say yes because it's way easier. She can make dinner, the whole thing. Like, but yeah, I'm just trying to I'm trying to say, because like, this economy's not going to be great.
No.
So I'm going to make some money and save some money while I can. And I am young and have the vibrancy to do so.
I have a feeling that this year is going to be pretty similar to last year, for me at least. Because we've already technically been paid for a lot of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
But it's not going to pick up until the second half of the year. So I have a feeling like, come
the first
July,
half.
come August, it's going to be fucking 12-hour days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right now, I'm like, yeah, I'll go do this thing. I'll go hang out with these people. Because I know at the end of the year, I'm going to be like, hey, I need to make money so I can buy a house. And then Nick was telling me some stuff about the con, and Teresa decided she didn't want to go. So Nick wasn't asking anyone to go, but I was like, I'm not doing anything Saturday. That sounds dope.
Yeah.
Like, I know the venue. That's where IshaCon was. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Go, man. I can go get some more stickers. Like,
that'd be a blast.
Yeah. And then my job was like, hey, you want to go to Missouri on Monday? And I was like, ooh. I'm like, maybe I don't want to go to this, but also I do want to go to this.
Yeah, well, it's your last hangout kind of thing. No, like, honestly, like, that is like, it does actually sound like a lot of fun, but also, yeah, if I wasn't so tired from
I get it.
Working.
I get it.
Also, because 3 weekends ago, we went out to Holland, Jake and Klopp's. Mm-hmm. And then
How are his balls?
He's back to work, and he's doing, as far as the things that
mm-hmm.
things are great for them.
Good. Do you want to know something wild that I don't want to talk about on the podcast?
Yeah?
I might be part of one of those too.
Okay.
There's some messages that I'm getting where I'm like, huh.
That's fun. Well, he's doing great. So, but like, yeah.
Be careful. It took a while. Like, I did not give my first sample until,
Yeah.
And they told me, like, hey, don't fucking do that until you know.
I mean,
and I knew a dude who like thought he was good and wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't saying shit. It is a situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to. As I've mentioned, I'm like, I don't want to get into it on here because he may become part of this channel. If we do it on this channel.
Truthfully, I did want to ask about that because we are studios. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we could just, if you guys wanted to pop that on there,
it would be easier.
Yeah, I'd be 100% okay with it.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't even consider like where it would go, and I was like, we're not going to do an audio version of it. So yeah, I mean we could, I guess, but
I'll make I'll make the fucking logos and shit. I have a name for you too.
I came up with a name. He came up with a name. I don't think either of them.
Can I come up with a name?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hear your two.
So, mine was Brandon and Jake's Whiskey Takes.
Okay. Don't like it.
I only so
Sorry,
no
that was
agreed. So like it was a lame name, but I thought of it because the initials would be BJ, and I thought that was funny.
Nice.
And then his was Whiskey Wieners.
Oh, his is closer to mine. Mine was Whiskey Dick. But sorry, Whiskey Dicks.
Yeah. So the one thing I didn't say to him, but like, because obviously Whiskey Wieners probably won't stay, is like, if for some reason it does in any way, like, pick up at all, it needs to be at least somewhat like willing that a company doesn't look at us and go like, well, we can't fucking hang.
That's why mine would work, because it's Whiskey Dicks, possessive. So it's a proper name. It's a proper noun. It's Whiskey Dicks. It's his podcast. Who's Whiskey Dicks?
We're the two dicks that try and tell you about whiskey. That'd be fun.
We're the two dicks who get too drunk and tell you about two whiskeys. But Whiskey Dicks, I think, could work. And you could do an old...
In the comments, guess which episode you think we filmed this in. Which order.
Honestly, that would be hype at the end, too. Just like... You know,
is this the 5th or 7th video recording of the night?
There were 7 whiskeys we tried during this recording session. Which episode do you think you are? Do you think we're whiskey number 3, whiskey number 7?
To be honest, it's going to be pretty easy because I think we're going to have to, like I said, we're going to have to space them out probably by either like flavors and proofs.
Yeah.
Whether we release them in order or whatever, but
I do think it'd be funny to release them not in order.
Yeah.
So
that would be fun.
You know, anybody.
But then we have to write it down while we're. I don't know. My thought was like essentially like if we did do it like that, at his place I would just hire Alex Winter because he's obviously, and then just be like, hey, just come have some drinks with us. You can just hang out and do the switcher because I'd buy like. Obviously, significantly shorter cables. Maybe do the same length, but just wrap them. Because you never know. You might, swap to an area where you need a longer cable, and then you have access to it at least. So, like, that room is maybe the size of this room. Mm-hmm. But, like, we wouldn't be having to... Most of the length of it is so that it can wrap through this table. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it would need to be half as long as it is. I get it. So, but yeah, with how many times we've had to change sets for just life, it would be a good idea to have the 15-footer and then just. Well, that's what we'll have here. Yeah, in his room, that's where I'm just like maybe a 10-footer. Okay, just so that like it goes, because like I mean like so in my mind. Because of the way the layout of that room is, it would be on that wall. For recording? Yeah. Okay. Like the door is in this corner. Mm-hmm. And going that way, that bathroom is in that corner. That of the picture I showed you, it'd be in that corner, and then it's on that wall. And honestly, it's just slightly like it would be like exactly maybe the size of this room. So the cameras would all just be like kind of here facing that way. And all the plugs are also on this side of the room, not that side. So like in my thought would be is that like all of it is sitting right here, essentially going that way. Okay. Yeah, a 10-footer would probably be fine. And that's it, because it would only need to go literally here, and Alex would just be kind of sitting here just doing that. Yeah. And I was going to pitch in or whatever. It might be difficult to go into Jake's because I was gonna say I'll fucking come and be the PA. But then you'd go. But we're going for a weekend if we're going. Yeah. Because then Melissa and Klomp will do whatever. It'd be a little difficult. Like it would be cool to hang out with all y'all out there. Well, would. We were saying what we could do is have you at least come do the one we do it here. Yeah. Yeah. But when you said Alex would do there, I was like, I will gladly do here. Yeah. Because it's just going to be one weekend. It's going to be the weekend I don't work. And just be like, all right, hop on over here and you can just sip the whiskeys with us. Hang out. Fucking crash. And it would be kind of cool. Like, I still watch a little bit of Game Grumps. And they have he's not an assistant. Like, he works with them occasionally. But he is also
a pretty big YouTuber. He was part of Unas Anas.
Yeah.
He's on there occasionally, but he's like, I think he's just bored and like helping with like the camera and shit.
Yeah.
But like you'll occasionally hear him in the background saying some shit, and I love that kind of thing where it's like I know who that is, like, you know, like, but he's not part of this show. He's part of that show, like, you know, like,
well, there's the part of me that thinks about like, because we already have this set up, like if I threw a phone cam for the producer to be camera, because it has 4 cams.
Yeah,
and we just have to plug into the phone, be adaptable to my phone or whatever, and just and then whenever he set
with mine,
yeah,
you just get the well, for you, the lightning cable to HDMI.
And that's the thing, is like essentially like if I do it, I would just buy like, I just ask him to help pitch in on half in on a set of cables and stands to stay at his place, and then I'll just bring cameras, switcher, in the actual computer.
I mean, I'll make the offer here. I'll buy the shit on one condition.
Yeah. Shit.
You and or Jake need to watch through the podcast and give me clips. Because it's
our episode, yeah.
It's so hard to fucking watch through our shit, man.
Dude, well, that's it. Like
I will watch through your guys' shit if Jake watches through our shit. Like,
that would be funny. Well, I mean, so I don't know. We kind of just literally last night, we're kind of like actually like, okay, we really could do this.
I think it'd be dope. And truthfully, it does kind of go back to, if you remember when we were starting this, we had a couple people on the podcast. I'm blanking on their names. I feel so bad for blanking
Jake
on
and
names. Yep.
Sean.
Yep, Jake and Sean. And they were starting a podcast. I don't know if they went anywhere with it.
So they did 3 tester episodes, kind of the thing. Like we told them, like, do some tester episodes and figure out what you want to do. And they could not figure out their filming set, because they would they essentially, because they talked about it on here, was that they wanted to essentially like have some drinks and do some stuff, and then they realized they ended up just having these giant hangouts, and there was no way to edit, and they couldn't figure out how to like condense what they wanted to do, and they just stopped.
Yeah, I get that. But going back to what I was saying was, they were doing that. You know, my brother was talking about doing his tech podcast, whatever it was. We've had Jeff on here a lot, who has done Flint Rat Films, and I always wanted, like, I didn't really want us to ever blow up, but I wanted it to be like we were big enough to where we could all kind of interchange and work together and like
do stuff.
So it would be cool to have.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Whiskey Dicks. It'd be cool to have Whiskey Dicks and like Buffalo House and like kind of working together to create like the YouTube house type thing, but not as douchey as fucking how they used to be type vibes.
No, I'm with you there, honestly, and it would make it easier to be cool. We just upload it right to here. Goes with a secondary series on the channel, whatever it is. And then like if for some reason, like, I don't know, I don't think we would need to fucking switch it off. It'd be perfect to just throw this on here.
Yeah.
And it also like
your upload schedule, how many you're gonna record.
Well, also for audio purposes too, we don't have to buy another pay to upload, like because like we pay whatever it is, like $10, $12 a year to upload the audio on this for no one. The random people in the world that somehow get our podcast and listen to it for probably
dude in Germany for a few months.
Well, okay, so here's the thing: is we don't pay enough to that company to get the analytics of how long people listen to our podcast. So I don't know if it's just someone like it auto plays a random thing.
It could be. We got put on some like Russian playlists too.
These guys talk shit about Trump. Put them on.
It was before we were talking shit about Trump. Like
that makes
the fucking phallisicle episode.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah,
that's on a Russian playlist.
There's a lot of random episodes that just like random countries listen to the audio ones for some reason.
It
but
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but like, it'd be. I was like,
if we're in a fucking classroom where they're learning English from us, is gonna be wild. Like, because I had that in French class where my French teacher would be like, listen to this random fucking watch this YouTube video or this podcast, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and I'm like, these fuckers are talking about some wild shit. Like, well,
I guess like I'm just like, I think it definitely it gets me a little excited because it's something different to do.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, he's got that room, and then like if he can, it's like excitement because it's like a way like with you, it's like cool, I get to hang out with someone like again. It's an excuse, and I'm like cool. It's just like every 2 months. We're gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, and that's a lot. So that's gonna be the more real. That is the big part. Is we're 2.5 hours away. Yeah,
it's doable though, man.
I think like if we can manage to do 15, like, because there's part of me that's like we can do obviously like singular whiskey tastings, and then we could also go like, all right, we tried these. Let's do an episode where it's comparisons. So it's a little different stuff, with whiskey stuff, but like
I think the editing might get a little more intense than this because right now we have it set up to where it's like plug and go.
Well, that's the whole thing about wanting to spend the money of buying cables and the stands to leave out there, so that all I have to do is get a decent, like, worst case, I'm just going to wrap that motherfucker in some blankets. Very carefully.
We'll look at
but
cases. And honestly, you got time.
Yeah.
I'll do
it's
that.
Going to be, we have a while.
I'll do it when I'm in Missouri because I had to figure out my stuff over time. But now I think I have it down to where, like, I can bring all my shit and go travel like that. Yeah. And I can leave like my desktop primarily. The only thing I take is just the computer and the microphone and the
USB.
The
Focusrite. Yeah.
That's all I take. Because
I would need to bring that too.
But. Yeah. Everything else is in a box.
Yeah. Like for me, like essentially it might be like $100 and something flat out with all the cables in 3 stands. The ring lights are easy enough. I can just condense those and bring them down. I don't want to have to tear down the specific camera stands because they're all set at certain heights. Yeah, and I don't want to have to fuck with the heights.
Honestly, you got time. So what I was saying is what I will do is like I'll just start getting that shit for you guys.
Well, like realistically,
or at least start looking at it to where you'll be like, hey, this is what you're gonna need for like, this is what I did for my computer to where I can bring it with me like that. Like this is what you should get. Yeah. Like
essentially, like I think I have that extra monitor back there that I don't really use.
I've got 3.
So worst case, like I just need to get a monitor to leave.
I have 4.
I just need to. I'm gonna leave one of the monitors my old monitors I didn't use because we only need to look. We can see the camera and we can see the audio's recording. Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that at his place, and then we have all of the cameras and stands that are just tucked away in his closet. And then for that one weekend, we just pop it all out. I screw the cameras in place because we have the little bags for all of that. Yeah. So that it's easy enough to travel with and just. And then all I need to do is literally just because I will get a different cable for the power cable for this.
I'll say for that I do want to get a new one for us for the actual splitter because I spilled.
The actual thing. Yeah. So I don't think it's the thing.
I know it's okay with.
I think it's just the cable.
Yeah, don't fuck with the cable.
We're
almost over. But I do know. I'm pretty sure it's the cable, but I'm also like I want to get a replacement of that eventually.
Yeah.
I might get a replacement of that before you guys start recording, and then you just leave one over there.
But yeah, by the way, this would be months because again, he's 2.5 hours away, so we would have to plan all of this out, and I'd probably go over there one more time before we actually started it.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, like I might do because like the whole thing would be if I can bring my computer over there with the switcher. Essentially, I just brought the whole streamline process there, and it'd just be like, hey, Alex, come hang out with us and do the thing. He'd be like, yeah.
What I was saying before, I was saying I'd get the switcher is the most expensive part will be the case for the computer. And I will say the amount of times I took my computer places, get a case.
Yeah.
Like I did the blanket shit for a while, get a case.
No.
There's some scary moments. But then also getting duplicates of stuff. Like I have a wireless mouse and keyboard setup that I bring. I have speakers that I bring. I have duplicates of all my cables that I bring. That way, when I leave, like literally all I have to do, and because I have cats, it's a little more intense, but literally all I do is I unplug everything from the computer, take the tower, put it in the case. Everything else is in the case already. So I can leave my keyboard, I can leave my mouse. I do take my wires and I wrap them up and put them under the table now.
So they don't get at them.
But everything is set when I come back, because usually I come back on a weekend and I play Baldur's Gate with Nick on Sundays.
Yeah.
I come back on Friday, tower back, take the cables, done.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's probably what I would do. I just be like, all right, I'm going to buy a generic power cord to a computer and
I can send
whatever. Yeah, whatever little shit that I need for that I don't need to just leave in there and then just pop over there. And because the episodes aren't going to be that, they're not going to be an hour. They're going to be 20 to 30 minutes max. We're going to have to limit them for sure because again, we can only record, we can record. Yeah. So I'm just kind of in that, like, if we can get it all, leave it there, make it fast, because that's the important part, is just making, because that's what makes this enjoyable, is that we are past the point of having to worry about anything and we just hang out. So and that's where it needs to be, because if it feels like work, it sucks.
That's kind of why the clips sucks.
And that's where, like, I don't, I know you say the clip stuff and it's like it sounds fun, but
I have fun making the clips.
Yeah.
I have fun posting them, and I have fun like reacting to comments and replying.
As long as you enjoy it.
I don't have fun listening to us.
Yes.
Like if somebody, you maybe perhaps could listen through and just give me a fucking timestamp and be like, you guys said something funny from fucking 46 minutes and 47 seconds to 47 minutes and 38 seconds. Please keep it a minute or less, or a little bit over.
If you think something was funny enough that it triggered your brain happiness,
that'd be awesome.
Leave a comment.
I'll make a fucking clip out of it, but you have no idea how much it sucks to like
listen to yourself for an hour
and like be like, where the fuck are you going with this, Edie? And then sometimes you're like, wow, you're making a lot of clips that are primarily you talking and not Brandon talking, you fucking narcissist. Really, it's just because you were like tired.
That's it. That's it. It's like half the episodes are like, all right, I had a really rough day. You're gonna have to pick up this end. That's it.
Hey, and it happens to me too. But I only noticed
it happened to you a lot last year because you were fucking slammed working so much.
But I only noticed the times where I was making clips where I was like, hey, fucking 3 out of 5 of these clips are just you saying something dumb.
But you also say a lot of funny things.
I say a lot of dumb stuff.
Well, not even dumb, but like purposely funny dumb shit.
I try, but also it was like man, like I'm not picking up a lot of Brandon stuff, and it's like, you know, like before we recorded that episode, you were like, I worked like really late, Melissa's sick or Penny's sick and I'm tired.
Yeah, and you know that because you were here and it's not on the episode, but you're like
it felt so narcissistic where I'm like,
no, it's definitely one of those, like, again, we're just chilling, so it kind of but
they are fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like the whole point is for me and you to hang out. But then when we were doing the clips, it was like, I had other friends being like, hey, I saw your guys' stuff. And like,
yeah,
it kind of feels like we're hanging out with them too.
Yeah.
Like,
it is one of those things that like
yeah.
every one, maybe like once or twice an episode, I do remember like some of our friends watch, and I'm always like, oh yeah, and I kind of try to like entertain.
Like,
but
dude, Chrissy sent me a Snapchat on Monday or a text or something. It wasn't a picture. I forgot what she said, but what she said in the text was like something we had talked about in the episode. And when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I was like, oh, fucking yeah. It was macaroni and tomato juice. I was talking
macaroni
about
sandwiches?
Macaroni and tomato juice, my favorite food.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw it, and she was like, macaroni and tomato juice, ? And I'm like,
what?
Huh? So I went to respond, and I was like, yeah, I would love some. And then it all came back, and I was like, yeah, fucking that's my favorite food, man. Like,
yeah, it took me a second. You said it, and I was like, wait, oh yeah, we did talk about that.
So it was like really cool to be like, oh, somebody listened, and like, like now we're having a conversation based off of our conversation,
I wouldn't be able to tell you what we started with.
Dude,
I think, wait, hold on, maybe I could.
On this episode?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know we started with the whiskeys and the drink. I told you about it. I told you that I should tell you what I make you.
Yeah. You know what we didn't do?
We didn't roll the dice. Let's end the episode rolling the dice.
That's a 20.
Oh my god! And
That's
then the
a
way
7. That's a 7. It looked
the
like
way,
a 1.
well, the way it landed,
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
The pizza like covers up the arrow, and it looked like a 1. I was like, I had a 1 and a 20. Yeah, I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's the end of that. So, thank you. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. And next episode you see us, he'll probably be in a hotel.
Yeah, it might be long distance. I will probably be home before that episode
drops.
Yeah, but
because right now it's 3 weeks for sure. So
yeah,
and hopefully it stays only 3 weeks, but we'll see.
Well, I'm coming home my mom's birthday.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's fair.
I'm like, yeah, I can't extend past that. I'm like, I gotta go, mommy.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and be nice to those that deserve it,
and fight those that don't.
Bye, guys.